Welcome back in another video, and I want to ask you this. Have you ever noticed that some of the things that we cannot see influences and affect us the most? Things like gravity, you cannot see gravity, but it influences and impacts everything you do. Electricity is all around us, the Wi-Fi wave, the radioactive waves, all those things that are invisible to our senses, but have profound impact in our life, in our world, and how things are happening around us. In the same way, our energy, the way we vibrate, is invisible. We cannot see our state of vibration. We can feel it. We can become aware of it through our own introspection and awareness of our thoughts and inner world. But most of the time, we're not really aware of it. We're not really aware of everything that makes up our vibrational identity, our energy, and what we are creating, emitting, and attracting in our life. And a couple of days ago, I've learned a powerful lesson about this as I was moving to a new condo. That's why I have this new setup that you can see that I'm trying things out a little bit on where I want to set up and how I can set up the light. So bear with me for this for a while. But what happened is that the first day I moved in, everything was going very, very well. And in the evening, I noticed that there was a little leak. And there was like a drop of water coming out under the sink, like a tuck, tuck, tuck. And so I noticed this, I checked it out, and I noticed that the valve on off for the water was kind of stuck. And it was really, really stuck. So I tried kind of hard to move it, to close it. And I was like, okay, so this is clearly gripped. I don't know what it takes right now to move it. I don't want to freaking break it. It was like 7 p.m. So I went and I called the technician of the building. I was like, he's just going to come, spray something on it, and we'll fix it nice and easy. And the gentleman comes up, right, and he takes this big clutch kind of thing, and it just goes and he forces on the freaking valve and he smashed the valve right off. And as you can imagine, water starts just pouring everywhere. And you can imagine it's 7 p.m. It's my first night in this new apartment. Water is going everywhere. He runs out to switch off the water. And then he's like, okay, well, that's broken. No shit, right? That's broken, but there's nothing we can do tonight. So yeah, I'll come back tomorrow to fix it with the proper equipment. And it just takes off, right? So very interesting thing. So at this stage, I'm okay. And I'm telling myself this is gonna get fixed, and it's gonna get fixed very, very fast. And at this stage, there's nothing I can do except start just to clean and just to remain hopeful that the situation will clear itself and that there's nothing really else I can do. So I remain in this state of mind, right? And luckily what happened is that my agent knew someone who could come in that evening to cut the pipe, change the valve, and at least make sure that I have water in the bathroom and in other places in the condo, and just kind of isolate that pipe and this sink thing. And this is where things got very, very interesting, because as the new guy came in, he was like, okay, so we're gonna need to cut that pipe, right? And we're gonna need to change that valve, and then I'll come back tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. But as he cuts the pipe, a lot of water comes in, but not just water. There was also a lot of dirt. I noticed that the water and the particles and the sediment and the corrosion and the rust that came out of the pipe, came out of the valve as well, because it was like old and rusty and corroded, wasn't clear. And so he shows me, it's like, wow, look at this. This really needed to be changed. I mean, look at this, right? Because this goes in the water. And we're talking about this, and I have this little moment of like, oh my God, the water that comes out of the tap is polluted. You think it's clear, because you cannot see. Again, there's something you cannot see in the water that has changed the nature of the water. It went from being completely clear to being polluted by all the sediment, corrosion, and so on. And this is when I realized that this is exactly like a metaphor for us human beings. Here, our subconscious mind, the content of our mind throughout life, corroded the pipes through which consciousness is flowing through us. So if there's always a stream of energy that's constantly coming to us and through us, and that is pure, and that is unlimited, and that is a tremendous force to create whatever it is you want, what comes out of this, what comes out through you, because your body is like a container. What comes out, that energy, the manifestation, what you do, your action, your thoughts, is polluted by what's inside your container, whether there's rust, corrosion, sediment, dirt, all those things, the negative emotion, the beliefs, the past experiences, all those stories you tell yourself. As that energy goes through, it doesn't come out pure, clear, ready to create amazing things. It comes out tainted, corroded, polluted in most cases, unless we actually go inside and clear out all that corrosion, all that dirt that's between our own pipe of our mind that we let there for so long. And those are the beliefs you have about yourself, about your self-image, about people and things that happen to you, a negative emotion that you hold repressed, and all these kind of things that have built up over time, that are so almost imperceptible because it's always been there. It's always been like this. We accept it and we keep perpetuating it, because as that water flows out of your experience through your actions, through what you do, what you don't do, and what you emit, what you create, what you attract and manifest, it is a reflection of what you have inside your container, inside your pipe. And so as I was seeing this happening between my own, apartment and eyes, I was reflecting. I was like, we need, and this is a beautiful opportunity for me in my new place to change those pipes, right? To replace them, to have something brand new in place, and then have a new water filter that is going to clean everything. But it's equally important in your life to take care of your inner world, your inner pipes, your inner container, so that you stop polluting the flow of energy that's always flowing through you and in your life experiences and in your manifestation. Because right now you are where you are because of what you keep on creating. Nobody else is to blame. So if your life right now doesn't reflect exactly what you want, or is not going in that direction, you not see the effort, the result, and it's certain things that keep on happening, you have to start looking at the situation. The challenge is that often we look outside of us to be like, okay, so how can I fix my life? What do I need? What book, what technique, what can I have to do in order to fix this? But seldom do we really go deep inside and start to clean that pipe, clear out the residue, clear out the rust, clear out the belief, clear out the negative emotion, clear out all those thoughts that perpetuate our suffering, that perpetuate our negative experience and the things that we don't want to create. So my invitation in this video is to reflect at what it is that is clogging the energy. What is it that is affecting your manifestation? What is it that's affecting the things that you do, the things that you don't do, your energy, your mental and emotional state, and the things that you create in your reality? Because the moment you start to look at where those thoughts come from, where those beliefs come from, what does those emotions that are entangled with those, and you start to release them, and you start to harbor new positive thought, new positive story, new positive emotion, and you start to live in a beautiful state. You're doing a big cleanup, a deep cleaning of your internal system. And so that energy that's available, that's always flowing to us and through us, now no longer becomes polluted by all the residual things that we carry on from our past. And so it's our responsibility to do so. And if you want your life to go to the next level, you have to engage in a process where you constantly become aware of your own projections, that you constantly become aware of your own doubts, own insecurity, own limiting thoughts and negative thoughts that keep on arising, because all of those show you some of those residues, some of that rust, some of that corrosion that is still there, polluting that flow of water and energy that creates your reality. And the moment you start to do that, things start to change in phenomenal ways. And just like I fixed the water. What comes out now is no longer polluted water, but it's cleansed. And what we need to do is not only have a filter in place, a conscious mind, being very aware of what's happening in our reality, but also go through a process of just letting go of things that are no longer needed and start to have new inner conversation, new emotion, visualize and imagine what we want. And this is how you consciously create your reality, and this is how you consciously can go to the next level. So I hope this video and this little lesson that happened to me is valuable and help you see things in your life differently. Let me know what you think down in the comment. Like, share, subscribe, guys. I will see you in my next video. Be well. Talk to you soon.